So the Thrashers were in the Darling Downs comp up until 2013, and the club folded due to we couldn't get numbers to run a team. And a group of people came to me last year, wanted to get the club back together. So myself, Mike Bishop, our coach, and a few of the others started recruiting players, initially with the idea of going to the Sunshine Coast competition. In the end, we ended up going to the Darling Downs, so they're happy to have us back. And we've had a pretty successful year so far. So our first match back in, we won a game 55-5. So we came back into the competition with a bang. So the competition's been going well. Yeah, so still working up. We're in C grade at the moment. We're hoping to build from there to go into a higher grade.
This scrum machine, what do you think that's going to do for the club?
This is amazing. The Thrashers had a scrum machine probably 10-15 years ago, and it's gone walkabout. We don't know where it is. And to have this means we can start to develop and go up the grades. In the grade we're in, scrums aren't contested, but if we are to go into a higher grade, we need to practice scrums, and without this, that wouldn't be possible.
Having a company like Westpac support the grassroots,
yeah, having Westpac come and deliver this is amazing. It means a lot to us. We're really grateful for that to happen.
We came out for Reds to Regions to see you guys one of your first sort of training sessions. It's really good to be back and see the club. How much have you gone since then?
So when you first visited, I think it was our third training session, and we were struggling to get 12 players at training. Last night we had 26, 27 players training in preparation for today's match. So yeah, we've grown into a pretty strong club at the moment.
Just playing that Old Boys game, how are you going?
Old Boys, I haven't played for a long while, so it was tough getting out there and playing again. So I'll probably feel it more tomorrow once all those aches start creeping back in.
And Old Boys Day, what's the sort of focus for the club?
Given this is the first time we've played since 2013, I wanted to celebrate rugby being back in the South Burnett. So I thought by inviting the Old Boys back into the area, we can celebrate the success of the club in the past, and we can have rugby being played here. It's been forgotten about since we haven't been playing regularly. And while I was doing preparation for it, I realised this is the 30th year of rugby in the South Burnett. So it's actually a really good year to celebrate this.
And what are the hopes in the future now for South Burnett?
My hopes is that we can build this into a multi-team club. So I'd like to see next year us having 2 teams in the men's and hopefully branching out into juniors and women's.
It is. I was here for my Reds to Regions and stayed with Jamie, who's been a huge initiative of this, getting the scrum machine down here. So when I was first here, we sort of struggled to make up a training session. We tried to teach a few of the basics around line-out lifting and stuff with about probably 7 or 8 blokes who were keen to come down and have a crack. And as you can see behind, we sort of got a whole team and more now. So it's awesome to see rugby grow again in the area. They're very passionate about it, and it's been a big hiatus from the competition, and they're just looking forward to getting back again.
Obviously, mate, grassroots is a big focus for our current squad. How good to see 2 regional clubs in Gympie and South Burnett combine and do some good things for rugby.
Yeah, it is. The care about Queensland and rugby in Queensland in particular has been big for our group and through Brad. To see that community spirit come out and community rugby, which is what grassroots is all about, and showing that care for each other and helping each other out when times are tough. And Gympie had a tough time a few years ago, and we're lucky enough to receive this scrum machine, and I think it's just fitting that they pass it on to South Burnett Thrashers and help them try to rebuild in their competition and just grow as a club and enjoy their footy again.
Of course, all of it's possible thanks to Westpac. It must be good to have a sponsor who really cares about our community.
It is. Westpac's been huge in just linking our team to the community that we care so much about, and especially those grassroots. And I think we all know how important in Queensland and in Australia as well, growing the game from the bottom up is going to be for us in the next few years, with some golden opportunities coming up with the Lions Tour and the World Cup. And that's only possible when you invest in the grassroots, and I think this is just a small token to show that they care and to try and help out where they can. And it'll be awesome to see the piggies lugging around on this new scrum machine at South Burnett.
We saw a pretty hotly contested Old Boys game, mate. What about the talent out there?
Yeah, it was pretty good. You could see there were a few guys there who could still throw the ball around pretty well, and other guys just love playing their footy and want to be out there on the park with their boots on. So I'm sure they're all sharing a few beers and a few stories now. So that's what rugby's about, and it's great to see. Awesome to be a part of.
scrum machine and how it's come to be at the Thrashers today?
Yeah, so this was donated in 2019 to our local Gympie Club, and the Gympie Club thankfully have forwarded this on to the Kingaroy team to be able to continue this, and obviously this is through our Footy Grants program that we've been able to arrange this.
And tell us a bit about the Footy Grants program and what it aims to do.
Yeah, so our Footy Grants program runs every year, and what that is entailed is for local communities such as like your Kingaroys or your Gympies, so regional communities, to be able to bring rugby to the local communities. So it can be used for funding for anything that they need for the local clubs. This scrum machine is just a perfect example of what that can do.
And so what are you hoping this scrum machine can bring to the club?
Look, this is a club that's trying to get back on its feet, so it was a great opportunity for Westpac to be able to support in some way. The best thing about this is it's going to help the South Burnett Kingaroy team to be able to bring that to the local community and get their performance where they want it to be.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, just Westpac's proud to be part of this local community. We've got a great Kingaroy team here. Today they've been helping out on the local barbecue to raise some more funds for the local community as well. So it's just an honour and a privilege to be here.
Just one more, maybe why it's important for Westpac to give back to the community it's part of.
That's okay, Jay. Don't worry, Jay.
So why is it important for Westpac to give it back to communities that they're part of?
Yeah, we understand that regional communities can struggle sometimes with funding, and it's hard to get them off the ground. A lot of regional communities need to incorporate things like travel. So today's a prime example of that. It's Chinchilla coming over to Kingaroy, so that's a 2-hour drive for them. So they need to raise vital funds, and Westpac supports our local communities, and we want to be prevalent in our regional communities.